Hello and welcome to this week's live episode of Woodlands on Air, brought to you by Woodlands Online. I'm your host today as usual, Sean Thompson, here to bring the latest in Woodlands area news and events for this week of October 13th through the 19th. How do you know we're live? Easy, I can tell you that right now it is indeed. Hold on, I just lost my weather report. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. It is 82 degrees. It's going to get up to 88 degrees. A little cloudy right now, but it's going to be all sunshiny. Now, this looks like it could be the last week of like summery type weather. In fact, by the end of this week, it's going to be kind of stormy, and we may actually get lows down into the 50s. Holy cow. Well, that's your weather report. Now let's talk about some events that are happening. So it is Monday, October 13th, aka Columbus Day. That's right. It is a federal bank holiday, one of those weird ones where schools and banks are shut down, but a lot of businesses that rely on banks are open, and so there's that, and school is out, so you want to be careful driving around, but maybe you have your kids with you today and you weren't planning on that. I'm going to help you out with that in just a minute. So happy Columbus Day first off to everybody. So Magnolia Soap and Bath Company, which is an awesome company where you can make your own soaps and bath bombs and things like that, and lotions. Well, they're holding workshops all week long, where you get to go. Each day's a different workshop, Monday through Friday. Check it out. It looks a lot of fun. You just pay a few bucks. You can make your own soap, make your own bath bomb, make your own lotion, and they have great experts there to talk you through it. So check it out by going to WoodlandsOnline.com, clicking on the events tab, and you can find out all about it right there. And just a moment ago, I said, well, what if you got kids with you and stuff? Well, take them over to Woodlands Sportsplex right now, because they have an open gym going for the next few hours. So drop the little loved ones off, pay some money, let them be, taken care of, and maybe you can sneak out. Okay, on to tomorrow now, Tuesday. Precision Cameras doing a lot of great classes, and one they're doing on Tuesday is basic digital photography. So whether you got a camera from them or for elsewhere, you have an old one in the closet, whether it's an old digital like this or an SLR, take it to Precision Camera, sign up for their workshop, and get the best out of your camera. Also tomorrow, there's the Woodlands Area Chamber of Commerce Golf Classic. It's their annual golf classic. It's a fundraiser. It's happening at the Woodlands Country Club. They're on North Mill Bend. We'll be there to take some photos and maybe talk to a couple of people. Excuse me. And then tomorrow evening, Alden Bridge Village Association is having their meeting. So if you're a resident of Alden Bridge, check out the meeting. If you're not, like you're with another village, sneak in, see what they're doing that maybe you're not. Okay, let's get going early on Wednesday morning, way too early, 7:01 a.m. for the Woodlands Area Chamber of Commerce Networking Breakfast. It starts at 7:01 because 7 o'clock's too early. And that's where you pay a few bucks, you have a breakfast, you get some great networking, and then you get some time to talk about your company and your services. And then that night, Wednesday evening, head on over to the Blue Lion Pub because Shakir, not sure how you pronounce it, but it's a great Latin band. They're doing Latin night every Wednesday pretty much. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't been to the Blue Lion Pub, you got to check them out. Okay, past the hump, let's talk about Thursday. A lot of things happening on Thursday. So at Cereso Modern Italian Kitchen, they've got a Roman pasta masterclass going on. Or is it a pasta masterclass? Well, no matter how you pronounce it, sounds like a lot of fun. Now, the Cereso is kind of attached to the Westin on the Waterway, as is Como Social Club, and also on Thursday they're doing Oktoberfest. So whether you're on the ground floor at Cereso or upstairs at Como, you got a lot of things happening there at the Westin on the Waterway. You need to check that out. Or you can do something for a worthy cause like drink wine for the Montgomery County Food Bank Charity Wine Night. It's getting sloshed for a good cause. Of course, we want to feed the elderly, the infirm, the shut-ins. No one should ever go hungry in Montgomery County or elsewhere. And this Charity Wine Night sounds like the great way to build awareness and funds. And all you got to do is go to woodlandsonline.com, click on the events tab, and find out all about it. Another thing happening on Thursday is Rock the Row. This is a free concert series at Restaurant Row in Hughes Landing, that little amphitheater area. And She-Wolf is playing. She-Wolf is a Shakira tribute band and doing a lot of great stuff there. And finally on Thursday at Dozy Do's Big Barn, the Jersey Tenors are playing. These are some great guys that do everything from Sinatra to Pavarotti and everything in between. So check that out on Thursday. Let's start gliding into the weekend now on Friday. Again, maybe it's Friday. You had plans with your spouse or loved one, but the kiddos are around. Between Woodland Sportsplex and Kanga's Indoor, they got you covered. Woodland Sportsplex is hosting a Parents' Day Out, and Kanga's Indoor Playland is hosting a Parents' Night Out. Play your cards right. You can ditch the kids all day and all evening long and do adult stuff. Find out what you need at WoodlandsOnline.com. It's also Family Movie Night on Friday at the Woodlands Township Parks and Recreation Centers, where they'll be showing Casper, the friendly ghost, because, of course, Halloween coming up pretty soon. In fact, the township is also hosting this Friday Tandem Trick or Treat. And this is when you're in kayaks, two-man kayaks, and doing your thing and picking up treats from Woodlands Waterway. Sounds like a ball, actually. And then this is, if you want to go up to Conroe for something that sounds really good, this is amazing. It's a balloon glow, drone, and laser show happening at the Lone Star Convention Center up in Conroe. I mean, we're talking hot air balloons, hundreds, if not thousands of drones, and lasers doing a show to music. It sounds fascinating. I think Friday evening I'm going to be heading out over there. But then there's also Saturday. I have some things happening on Saturday. First off, it'll be the second weekend of the annual Texas Renaissance Festival. Last weekend started off with a bang. Literally, Jingles the Elf set off a cannon, and it just took off from there. This upcoming weekend's theme is 1,001 Dreams. Lots of fairies and stuff like that. So head on out there. They are open for business and doing great, no matter what you saw on TV or with the passing of George, the guy who ran it before. It's in good hands today. Into the Woods has several meanings, but here, Revella Plastic Surgery has an annual Into the Woods, kind of a Halloween-y festival party thing. This season, its theme is Lost in Space, and this is happening at Southern Star Brewery. So if you go to WoodlandsOnline.com, click on the events tab, you can find out all you need to know. And it sounds like a blast and a half. But earlier in the day on Saturday, and I'm going to go there because I think I need to, sometimes you just need to stop and smell the wildflowers. And at Rob Fleming Park, they'll be having the annual Wildflower Festival. It's illegal to mow wildflowers and stuff. I don't know if they're going to strew it around the park or if they're going to keep them in pots. But I'm telling you, it just sounds like fun and relaxing and very, very colorful. Nothing beats Texas wildflowers. I'll die on that hill. Let's wrap up the week on Sunday now. So Howard Hughes Corporation owns a subdivision area neighborhood called the Woodlands Hills, a little north of Woodlands proper. And all month long through Halloween, they've got a deal. You buy a house, you get $5,000 back. And of course, they have other deals and stuff going on too. Great rates. Find out again by going to WoodlandsOnline.com and clicking on the events tab. And finally on Sunday at Dozy Do's Big Barn, the boys in the band are playing, and this of course is a tribute band about the great band Alabama. So Dozy Do's Big Barn, I know there's been a lot of stuff in flux, of course, with the tragic passing of owner Steve Said, but his family and other people are having it in good hands, and the shows are continuing. The kitchen's open. The coffee's amazing. Please, please, please show your support for Dozy Do, the Big Barn, or the breakfast place there on the 8,000 block of Research Forest. Well, that's it for some events. I'm going to talk about a couple of news items here, and then we're going to wrap this one up. So the Woodlands Methodist Church held a couple of groundbreaking ceremonies. That's right, they are growing by leaps and bounds. You can find out that story on WoodlandsOnline.com by clicking on the news tab. If you've ever heard, liberty or death before dishonor, these are wonderful, battle cries. Well, Travis from the Battle of the Alamo wrote his letter demanding troops and saying victory or death. And that letter was unveiled recently at the Montgomery County Veterans Memorial Commission in a great ceremony. We got a beautiful story about it beforehand, and just find out all about that amazing Texas history. And then finally, we're recovering from last week's 2025 Candidate Forum, where myself and Nicole Preston from Community Impact co-moderated a great debate and candidate forum with all 4 candidates running for Dr. Ann Snyder's soon-to-be former seat, position 6 on the Woodlands Township. 2 other seats are on the ballot, but they're running unopposed, so I'm pretty confident by saying it starts at the end of this month and goes through it starts about the 20th, I believe, so coming up pretty darn soon, through Halloween. And then, of course, we have the voting. There will be some propositions on the ballot as well as these things, these people running for it. But then right around the corner, before you know it, it's going to be the primaries for the midterm elections. And we're telling you, there are political shenanigans happening left and right, people running for new seats, announcing candidacies, resigning from current positions to go for new ones. And Woodlands Online will be bringing you all the glorious and gory details of political season. Well, that's it for some events and news that's happening for this week of October 13th through the 19th. You know, you need to tune into us all the time. We've got great video series and podcasts. We also have nonstop traffic and weather updates, news stories, human interest, business briefs. We have classifieds. We have job postings. We have videos, and we have sports. We're covering everything. Woodlands Online is your digital town hall. You're a one-stop shop for all things the Woodlands. Well, that's it for me, Sean Thompson. On behalf of myself, producer Justin, and everyone here at WoodlandsOnline.com, watch out for kids not in school today. Don't text and drive. Make excellent life choices. Wear a lot of sunblock while it's hot out there. And I'll see you next Monday.